Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's time for
Books to Back.
Oh boy. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Books to Back. Sorry for that little bit of delay there. Still trying to get used to some new setups, new stuff that's going on this thing. I haven't made a video in a while, folks. Yes, we all know that. You guys haven't seen a video from me for a while on this one. And the reality of it is it's been a little bit difficult here because, there's been a lot of changes. They updated some stuff, and now I, for some reason, can't get my audio to play through my, or the volume of what's playing on my my desktop audio to play through my headphones or through my speakers. I'm using the black hole 2-channel setting like it was before, but it's just not doing what it was doing before. It's all these dang updates. Every time I get a new update, something changes, and I don't know how to get it to work the same way it was working before. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But anyway, that put aside, I'm just doing this a different way. I can't hear anything that's going on through the screen, but that is okay. I'm trying to do the best I can with what I've got. And but I know it should be playing through here because I'm actually seeing the little scrolls going up and down on the audio mixer, which is a good thing. Eventually, I'll figure out what's going on. It's going to take me some time, but I wanted to make some videos. I'm trying to start to make these videos again, and I want to make them on a regular basis. Not just my Books to Back, so you folks know that I also have two other channels. I also have Comic Book Insiders, and also I have another YouTube channel called Lilly Sketchpad. I will try to make sure I put those links to those in the description below. And please, if you could do me a big favor, like and share those, and also subscribe. I mean, give me a thumbs up, all right, that you like it, subscribe to it, and also share it. I mean, that's the best platitude anybody can give me, is by sharing my videos and letting people know that we're out here, that I am out here. I have not given up on the comic book industry. Everybody keeps talking about how the comic book industry is in a spiral spin down, but the reality of it is, while the big two companies, used to be big three, Dark Horses minimized itself a little bit, but the big two, Marvel and DC, while they aren't as doing as well as they should be, as far as I'm concerned, with the material they have to work with. It's just, I think the writing's gotten, there's a lot of people who I've listened to talk about the industry. I don't read the comic books as much as I used to, but the writing's gotten a little bit weak. It's gotten, stories are not as great, and they've gotten too political, and it's a shame. Everybody, but I think what we all got to remember is everybody's politics are different. And sometimes we have to, in order to entertain, we have to keep political neutral. Everybody doesn't have to always put their politics out there. It is possible to create good story content without upsetting other sides. But then again, on the other side of that, the other flip side of that coin is it's okay, because it does add some flavor to have some political or ideological thoughts involved in any story. And in doing so, those of us that have maybe opposing political views or opposing ideological views should be a little bit more sympathetic, or a little bit more cognizant of what we are doing. And I just realized, once again, I forgot to change the link on this thing. Give me 1 second, folks. You figure I'd be getting better at this, right? Of course, I haven't made a video so long, so why would I get better if I didn't change the link? That is completely my fault. There we go. The link is changed. Done. Bow. There you go. Just want to make sure I put the appropriate link in there for you guys to, with the scrolling on the bottom of that page there. Also, the appropriate link for this project will be listed in the description below as well. So anyway, yeah. If you guys are interested in my thoughts or what I believe is going on in the comic book industry, obviously you'll be able to watch me on Comic Book Insiders. I will be doing more episodes on my own. My cohort, the gentleman who was a guest, who was my co-host, is going to be doing some guest shots here and there eventually, but he's got his own stuff, and that was Mike Byer, if for those of you familiar with him. But Mike Byer was co-hosting with me with the Comic Book Insiders, but unfortunately, conflicting schedules, a lot of different things going on, and he's had to make some changes in his lifestyle, make some changes in what he's doing career-wise, and he is no longer as available as much as he used to be. And it's a shame because he was really, really knowledgeable on what's going on with comic books. We might not have always agreed on what was going on certain things. He had a lot of knowledge, and he was very knowledgeable on it. So very, very useful in the show. But I promise I will try to make the Comic Book Insiders show just as entertaining, if not more so, and also bring out some new flavors. And also I'm going to try and get more guests on the show, some other guests, maybe pipe some people in through group chats and stuff like that, and get their ideas of what they think is going on in the mainstream comic book. But that is neither here nor there, because we are here today to talk about independent publishing. Yes, that's right. A big deal for me, I believe, is the way of the future, and is what's going to save comic books, is independent publishing, crowdfunding. People are saying it's down. It's not as big as it used to be. It's not as big. There are still big books out there. There are still big ones going on, and there are still some huge monsters. Some really good stories, some really good ideas, and the ones that appeal to a mass audience are taking off great. They're doing well. This one looks very interesting. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up to you. Is it the big class where you see like 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, or anything like that? No. But not all books are going to make that kind of splash. But I would like to lend my hand in helping those and getting the word out and trying to get people interested in this. Again, backing these projects, by the way, is very, very important to bring this up, is not shopping. You are not shopping for a comic book. Basically, what you are doing is you are helping a creator live or fulfill their dream to the best of their ability. It's not a guarantee that the project's going to be completed. Unfortunately, things do happen, but this way, they at least have a better shot. The financing is there. Most of the financing will be there, if not all the financing. Sometimes we, as independent publishers or the new people who are into this, we don't know everything or know very little about what we are doing, and we make mistakes in our errors in our calculations. I've seen this a couple times where a guy puts up, I only need $2,000 to get this out, and they get their $2,000, and all of a sudden they realize, oh crap, I actually needed $5,000, and they're in a hot pickle because they didn't make enough to put the book out. But they try to do the best they can. They put the book out, but they don't meet the perks, or they put just enough out to meet the perks, or the project collapses all on its own. Because the other thing that happens with these guys, unfortunately, is they hire on artists, these independent artists outside of themselves. And they get people involved in a book, and they try to get the book out there, and the book doesn't make what it needs to make to pay everybody. And then, an artist has got to eat too. Writers have got to eat too. Colorists have to eat too. And when you agree to do a project, and all of a sudden you find out the project's not going to have the financing it needs to pay you, most of us artists will. I'm an artist myself. Will try to honor our pledge to complete the project, but the project will go on the back burner for projects that are paying us. I mean, I gotta pay rent. I gotta pay my bills. I gotta pay the electric, and I gotta put food on the table, and I gotta take care of my family, and all be all. That's the main thing. And well, we'd all like to be able to collect all the complete all the projects. Those that don't pay us, well, they fall to the back burner, and sometimes end up completely collapsing. Some of the artists realizes, listen, I apologize. I agreed to do this at the time, but you also said you could pull off the financing. The financing is not here, and now you want me to do it for free. I can't do it, and they back out. These things happen. It collapse, but at least this gives us a shot. And the great thing about Kickstarter, unlike other platforms or some of the other platforms out there, great thing about Kickstarter, for it doesn't meet its goal. If it doesn't meet the goal, nobody gets money collected. So yeah, it's somebody puts a $2,000. I need $2,000 for it. If it doesn't get $2,000, it doesn't get funded. If it does go $2,000 and the project doesn't get fulfilled, that's a big hurt for the creator, because the creator, if he comes up with another project and he doesn't fulfill in the first project, he goes back to Kickstarter. Kickstarter's like, you didn't, we put your project up here before. You promised, and you made a promise to complete things and get things done, and it didn't happen, and we got a lot of complaints. So we're not too willing to put up the second project, because this is not free for all. For let me promise and never fulfill, and just keep collecting money from people. Because unfortunately, yes, we live in a world of scam artists, people who scam everybody, and the unfortunate reality is sometimes these projects don't get completed because they never intended on completing them. And it's a shame that somebody abused this project. But that should not discourage us from being generous. That should not discourage us from our willingness to help others, especially content creators. Because, I mean, listen, a comic book is expensive. Paper is expensive. Printing is expensive. If you're not a writer, an artist, and you just, maybe you have an idea. As a creator, you have an idea and you write the story, but you're not good at artwork. You hire somebody to do the artwork. That's expensive. All that stuff is expensive. I was talking to a friend of mine who's in the industry, and he works in the industry, and he's a comic book artist. And I asked him, I said, just for S and giggles, what is your page rate? What do you charge for inks? For finished pencil inks, finished. So then all I have to do is send it to the colorist, and he was telling me it's like $288. In some cases, it's even more, and that's expensive. You think about it. If you got a 22-page book and you're $288, I mean, just might as well round up to $300, and you got a 20-page book. We'll just say 20-page book at $300 a pop. You're looking at $5,000. I mean, that's a lot of money. But I'm not. Again, as an artist, I am not saying that the artist is not deserving of that money, because listen, this stuff takes time. I'm an artist, and I bust my ass to try to put out the little bit of artwork I do, and I don't have a whole lot of time, because I have a full-time day job, and it's hard. It's not as easy. It's like, so you see my artwork up here. That's my artwork scrolling by, so you guys understand that I am an artist too, and I do my own work. And I try to get, try to help people out, and I do commissions and stuff like that. If you want a commission, or you have a project you need me to take a look at, you might think you might want me to work on. Hey, my email is right over there. Contacts at force1studios.com. You can also check out my website. It's force1studios.com. I also have an online comic book store that I'm putting up. I don't have new issues on there right now, but I do have a lot of back issues. And more back issues are going up every day. You can find that on my Force One Studios website. You'll click on the store and you'll see Sheer Force. I have a subsidiary, Sheer Force, and eventually become its own website separate from Force One Studios. But right now, to conserve money because I'm just starting out, I'll have it on one website. So Sheer Force Comics, Sheer Force Comic Books and Collectibles is my DBA. Force One Studios, Sheer Force Comics is Force One Studios is doing business as Force One Studios is doing business as Sheer Force Comics and Comic Books and Collectibles. It's my DBA. I hope to one day have a full-fledged standing store, maybe a chain of them. That would be great. But I don't know how that's going to work out with the market fluctuating like it is. I hope that maybe with some tweaks and some changes, and maybe we start realizing as an industry that we need to start gearing some of our stuff, some of our work towards the younger audience to bring in new people. Because, our baby boomers are fading out. What he's got, Generation X is around, but they weren't as heavily in the comic books as the baby boomers, and some of them were, but not all of them. And they're struggling so hard to make a living that when you got to pay $5, $6 for a gallon of milk, comic book kind of waits on the side there. Let me look at the movie industry. Wow, what's going on with the comic book or the movie industry? Well, I can tell you what's going on with the movie industry. I don't know about anybody else, but I keep telling my friends, I can't afford to go and put out $30. I mean, it's just going to be $30, $25 just for me to go to movies. If I want to go to a movie and with concessions, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going with my wife, and yes, I am married, as fugly as I am. I'm not that fugly. I gotta stop beating on myself like that. But me and my wife, I'm looking at $60, $70. If I want to take my sons, they're older now. But when we were, they're older now, so they're adults. They can take themselves. But if I was like to splurge and say, hey, I'm taking everybody to the movies. Last time I did that, and that's before the cost of everything went up, I was spent $170. $170 to go to the movies. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm sorry, movie industry. I love you. I love the entertainment of it. But y'all gonna have to figure out how you're gonna remodel your industry standards and what you think is a blockbuster. Calculating all the sales in there, not just box office sales. Because listen, man, people can't afford to go to these movie theaters like they used to. Restructure, baby. Restructure. Figure out. Because listen, we all still love entertainment. Don't get me wrong. I still love watching movies, but many times, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm waiting for that stuff to come out on video. I'm watching it on a streaming service somewhere because I can't afford to go to the movie theaters. And I say shame because the movie theaters are very nice, but I think what's gonna have to happen is the movie theaters are gonna have to upscale themselves. It's no longer going to be like I think they're going to have to do away with multiplexes. Multiplexes are not the way of the future anymore, guys. Because if you're going to people are going to watch it at movie theaters, it's going to have to be wealthy people of certain means. They're going to be able to go to the movie theater, watch the movies. The rest of us that can't afford it, we're going to have to get used to streaming our stuff on TV, which I'm perfectly fine with because I'll be honest with you, I like sitting on my couch and watching TV. Sometimes actually these days I'm sitting in this chair watching a movie from watching a movie from this chair on my computer. So because listen, I got a good monitor, I got a good Apple computer, and I'm while watching a movie, it looks good on here. It looks just good on here as it does in going to the movie theater, and it costs me a whole hell of a lot less. So anyway, skipping over all this, and we gotta get back on track. I am looking at this wonderful project here. It's got 16 days left to go. I meant to start these videos 5 days ago, so it would have had 20 days. 20 days ago. Yeah, about 4 days ago actually. 20 would have had 20 days to go on here. So I'm sorry I'm running a little late on this, but anxiety issues and stuff like that, and also computer glitches. It's made me hold off on doing this video till today, but I gave up. I said, listen, you can't keep putting this stuff off forever. Yeah, computer glitches or no, figure out how to make it work. We got to start doing some videos. I got to get this stuff out here. I got to start getting my name out here because I'm about ready to have my own project out here that I'm working on. So this is my, hey, I'm here, still here, not giving up. Guys, let's go. Let's help fund these books out here, because the more love I show them and getting their name out there, maybe somebody will show me some love with my book and my projects out here, and we all work together to try to get this stuff going, right? So anyway, this project here is called Stellarlands, I'm sorry, I said Starlands. Stellarlands. Stellarlands, a mix of intrigue, politics, and action, abound in an epic spacefaring saga spanning multiple worlds and intersecting. Ooh, it's an intersecting storylines. Anyway, forgot that last little line there, didn't I? I'm just reading from the screen. So Starlands right now is sitting at $850. They needed a pledge of $798 as their goal. Now it's like, wow, that's not that big of a project. This is in Aussie money. So if you click on this thing, it's converting it from Aussie, which is $1,279.32, a pledge of which they need a pledge of $1,200 to meet their goal for this project. Now let's take a look down here before I go and do the video. I sat there, I looked at some of the artwork on here, and it looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie, I like some of the stuff that I'm seeing here. And they got a lot of videos. I haven't checked them all out. I just checked the one at the top. But let's go ahead and see a page previews. The writing is done. The art is done. The process was exhilarating, and we hoped it would never end, but end it must, because at some point it all has to wind up in your hands. Ooh, all that's needed now is your help to getting our story printed. The vast and captivating world of Stellarlands awaits, and we'd love to have you amongst our first readers. That's pretty cool stuff right there. Let's see what this says for story. Invasion is imminent. Hostile forces have overtaken a remote moon and are in the midst of uncovering a secret base that holds the key to the delicate intergalactic alliance. It is up to the heroes of Stellarlands to thwart the enemy's plans and in the process maintain balance in the universe. Sounds intriguing. I'm not gonna fake it here. It sounds intriguing, guys. Y'all need to check this one out. As I said, the artwork that I've seen thus far looks good. Very professional quality artwork. Looks very well done. I mean, look at the panel layouts. This is the stuff that I looked at before. The human figures, the anatomy, all looks really well done. Kind of almost has a Star Wars feel to it a little bit. You know, but yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Star Wars, especially some of the characters and the way they look. But whoever's he's drawing this book is definitely into the ladies' butts, because they're doing a lot of butt shots, and I'm not going to complain because I'm into the ladies myself. But it's very cool artwork, very good, very good, very good. Message from the author. Shall we listen to a message from the author? Why not? Let's go ahead and hear. I'm going to go ahead and hear a message. unfortunately, I'm not going to get the
Okay, so Stellarlands. What is Stellarlands about? Stellarlands is about a mission and the woman assigned to complete that mission. It's about the numerous hostile forces that come out of the woodwork in order to prevent that mission from being completed. But nothing compares to the pain and peril that comes from within. It's about truth and having obtained it, deciding what to do with it. And in the end, it's about kindness and how much of it we are willing to lose in order to get what we want.
Okay, so as I said, I wasn't able to listen to it because I don't have the ability to listen to it. Not without I wanted to make sure the desktop audio played well for you guys. And it doesn't look like it actually did. Did it? I want to start this dang video all over again because the desktop audio is not playing. Why is the desktop audio not playing? Okay, my fault. It didn't look like the thing was going up and down, but then all of a sudden I realized, well, hey, wait a minute. I can't hear it. So, but the desktop audio is playing through there because I just saw the bars going up and down again. So anyway, this is a beautiful cover. It looks like it was done. I don't know who the artist was. The guy, they really don't print their name. Max Ferretta and Ben Worrell. But bravo to the artist who did the cover. It looks very beautiful. And yes, these little cartoon skits look like they're very much a Star Wars enthusiasts, which is not a bad thing. I'm a Star Wars enthusiast myself. I especially love I love the Star Wars, Star Trek. I love a lot of them. Babylon 5. People thought I was nuts for liking Babylon 5, but I love Babylon 5. I was a Babylon 5 fan. But anyway, this seems like it's in that genre. The Stellarlands by Max Ferretta and Ben Worrell. But anyway, you guys need to check this out for yourself. It looks really, really good. I am almost 30 minutes into this, and I don't want to ruin expectations of everybody. But listen, look, we're just gonna take a look at the rewards, available rewards right now. If you back this, you can make a pledge without rewards of $10. Probably, I think you can adjust it even more. So if you want, if you don't want, I don't want to put in $10, but I'm willing to give you $1 or I'm willing to give you $5. I believe for these guys, all is welcome. You know what I'm saying? All is welcome. But anyway, they have a digital copy. If you can get a digital copy for $8, I'm sure at US it's less. If you're for US conversions, yeah, US it's about $6. It shows you in there. This conversion about $6. Then you can get a physical copy of Stellarlands 1 of 8. So this is gonna be 8 books. Cool. For $15 is a physical copy. And you understand, you're not paying $15 for the comic book. You are paying $15 to help them get it printed. And what's going on is it's saving them the cost of printing for more than just you. They're printing for multiple people. Okay? Trying to cut down the cost so that they can put out multiple issues of this book. Because the cost of everything is so high these days. I mean, I was checking out, and I wanted to print out a book, and I'm looking at, when I go into print, went to look at this print, this is a pretty cheap printing site. When I went to look at, I was looking out for my book. I was looking at a printing cost of almost $3, which means even to make money. I mean, I'm looking. I would have to sell my book at $6 to try to make any money back, because I mean, you got distributors costs, because you got to leave some meat on the bone for the distributor who wants their piece. Then you got to leave money on the bone for the comic book stores. I mean, comic book stores want their chunk of change too. So in order to make that, for me to make any money, I would have to charge $6, $5.99, $6.99 to print the book. So these crowdfunding sites really help us put out our material, because we wouldn't be able to print on the scale where we'd be able to get the discount that the biggies would get, the discount of printing costs. But who knows, if the story becomes big enough, maybe one day down the road we could, it's a hope of every content creator, of a comic book creator, is that their project becomes big enough where so many people are ordering it. You can order a large enough quantity where you keep the cost down and you are earning a profit. Everybody's wonderful dream. So anyway, let's keep going down here. We got the next thing's a physical and digital pack for Stellarlands. It's $20 Aussie and about $14 US. Now those costs do fluctuate. Again, if you're a US person like myself and you're buying, the reason why I say it's about $14 because the dollar bill does fluctuate. Yeah, the Aussie dollar bill does fluctuate. The fluctuative things, it might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. You hope you catch it on the day that's less. Anyway, then we got the I like that, COMX. Comics Studio Premium PDF Pack. You got the entire library up to this date. So 19 PDFs of all present 1 through 3, presents noirs 1 through 3, Battle for Bustles 1 through 4, Crimson and Rascals 1 through 2. So these guys have a lot of content. They've done this before. They do a lot of books. That's a good sign. That is always a very good sign. If they've done a lot of projects before and they got multiple books out, you're looking at a real chance of you being able to redeem on your reward, and you are helping again a smaller publisher to put their content out to the public at a more reasonable price. Okay, and that's always a big thing there. You get the Stellar Pack. You get the comics PDF pack plus a physical copy of Stellarlands Part 1 and a physical copy of Comics brand new series Sidrus Perceptions #1. So that's a pretty cool thing. And I think that's it. That's all they have for the packs on there. And if they go a little further down, they talk about some of the rewards in here and stuff like that. So yeah, $15, $67 or more. Got all that wonderful stuff in the PDF form. Stellarlands. As I said, it all looks like really, really awesome work. Stretch goals to be announced. So hey guys, you probably should start seeing some stretch goals. Hopefully, I'm assuming that they're waiting to see how much further if they gets up there. I mean, with your help, there could be some additional goodies that are included in for free. That's always a nice thing. Get the word out. Share this content. Let people know that you've put money in, and if you cannot invest any money in it, we as content creators always appreciate a like and a share, and let other people know about the project. Let other people that may have some money to contribute to our print campaigns, that may be able to help us publish our books. We always appreciate that. Okay? Anyway, it's getting late. I am now 34 minutes into this episode, and I originally only wanted to keep it at 20. But, hey, I'm gabbing a lot. I talk and talk. So y'all need to check this out for yourself, okay? It's called Stellarlands, and I forgot to show you this guy's video. This video, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video. The main video. Okay, so that was it. That was the main video. I did watch the main video previously. Not a whole lot of talking. I don't think there was any talking in there yet. I remember there was no talking in that video at all. Yeah, guys, from comics, ComX, might want to include letting people know about your content. I mean, just to help sell it. All right. Sometimes the work, especially in these struggling times, the work doesn't sell itself. You've got to be a salesman. So get out there, talk about the project, and let people know about it. Say, hey, listen, this is a little snippet of what the story's about. Bam, blah, 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 blah. And because, you know, we got a lot of lazy readers out here these days. Some people just want to be told. So anyway. But aside from that, it looks like a pretty good project. I recommend taking a look. And if you can, back this project and make this project go. But as I said, this looks like this project's already going to go. But every bit more helps. And it helps for future content. And helps to make those stretch goals look nice. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me here on another episode of Books to Back. All right, guys. Y'all have a nice one. See you later. Adios.
Hey everybody, just want to thank you today for joining me on
Books to Back.
Also, don't forget to go to Kickstarter and Indiegogo to support the independent publishing movement. Also, you can support these phenomenal artists and creators by purchasing merchandise and artwork from the following locations: